So first thing on the order of business today is getting the disc brake conversion on. Got a disc brake conversion from Rough Stuff. So I got the rotors here. Calipers are still in the garage. Caliper mounts, which I already got this one on here. Just using the original hub bolts there. Get those on, or drum brake bolts, I guess I should say, to mount those up there. Facing backwards, so caliper mount at the rear of the truck. I think that'll be best for running the brake lines. So we'll see. If I have to change it later on, I will. But got that side started up. The rotors, holes are not big enough for the wheel studs to slide through. So I do have to drill those out to 11/16, which I got this stepper bit here. So I'll drill those holes out for the studs so they slide through and then press into the wheel hub. So, gonna get this all started, get this side tightened up, and work on the other side. Make sure there's no gaps on this. It's all pressed up against that lip there. Now this side's all done. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side mounted up. I don't love the way this is sitting on here. It's just not going over that lip the way I'd like. So I'm going to pull this back off and clean that lip up a little bit. Just make sure it slides on there nicely. Don't want anything crooked and sideways. Any better. That should do it. Still have a little bit of a gap on this side, but I hope I can pull it time to drill out some rotors. So to show you on here, this is his stock wheel stud. They should just drop in, but I don't know if you could even see. They do not. They would have to be pressed in. So gonna get these drilled out. Like I said, should be 11/16, and I'll allow these just to drop in there. And then on the stepper bit here, so 11/16 is this ridge here. So drill it in. It's kind of nice because it's the last gray spot before this polished piece here. So it'll be easy to see, but that should do it. See what we got. so they're all drilled good. These will slide right through. So I'm going to grab the wheel hub, press these studs into that, and should be able to get this assembly back on. Before getting these set up, I am going to get this cleaned up because it is pretty gross. With that now cleaned up, get the rotor on there like so, and then press these studs through, and that'll hold the rotor to the wheel hub. Had to take a brief intermission. Got a phone call that the wheels and tires were all mounted up, and they look good. Now I just need to get this ready for wheels. Get back to putting those rotors together. So I got a lug nut on that one. All right, now I'll get those pressed in. Seems like everything's pretty good there. Get this nut cleaned up because it's covered in grease and I dropped it on the ground. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Thank you, though.
After you do this, can you put the wheels on?
Technically.
Well, I know you're going to wait. I just didn't know if there was anything else you were going to do.
Because I'm not going to do the caliper yet. I had to look up what the torque spec is for this, though. Because I remember them not being very tight, and I don't want to overdo it.
Exciting stuff.
Getting there. The torque on these, or process I should say, is 120 foot-pounds, and then back off an 1/8 to 1/4 turn. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. There's 120. There's a quarter turn. And doing the 120 foot-pounds seals everything, gets everything aligned while that's spinning, and then you back off to let it free spin here. Now I'll get the locking pin in and start the other side. I got these locking wedge keys from a local Napa. They're like $2 a piece. Now with that all set, I'm going to get a wedge lock in there, and this side will be finished up for now. That should do it. And we'll go ahead and repeat the process. Now if that's done, I will get the other wheel hub all cleaned up, get these pressed together, and slide it on. Also, if you're wondering why I only touch this rotor for like 2 seconds at a time, it's been sitting in the sun since 9 o'clock this morning, so it's been like 6 hours. It's hot. Same thing on this side, 120 to 140 foot-pounds, and back off quarter turn. Should be right about there. And now this should spin. Get my lock wedge in there. Now do it. Easy as that. And now that those are on, you could take your old ugly drum brakes and throw them right in the trash. Disc brakes, though, with the new wheels, think it's going to look too good